Warning: some of this content may disturb some viewers. Discretion is advised.
I am
No, stop. Okay, it's not working. Okay, just stop. Okay, we're not doing this. So we're gonna put you back there. We're not doing this no more with you. You do not have an inhaler, but you have 6 packs of cigarettes, ma'am.
I do have money.
You want a cigarette?
No.
Listen to me. I'm not doing this with you, okay? This is the Lord. Listen to me. This is the Lord's day. All I want to do is give me some coffee and some oatmeal. We're not going to deal with your mess this morning. We've already spent too much time on you. You're going to get up here in this van and you're going to go to jail. We're done with you.
I'm going to pass out.
You're not going to pass out. You know what? We'll go and get in there and pass out when we're done with it. Because this is all an act. That's all it is. The problem with me is that I know it's all an act.
We all know that. But unfortunately, if she goes over and can't breathe,
that act's going to turn into a problem. I was kind of thinking just leave her on the sidewalk, throw a white blanket over, and everybody can go about their day.
Please let me up. Please let me up. Sir, please. Oh, please let me up.
Just before 8 a.m. on Sunday, February 5th, 2023, Sergeant Brandon Wardlaw arrived at Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center in response to a call from Fort Sanders Hospital Security regarding a woman since identified as 60-year-old Lisa Edwards. Edwards was reportedly refusing to leave the hospital property after being asked to do so. She'd been discharged from the hospital prior to officer arrival. Lisa Edwards would be dead the next day. In addition to Sergeant Brandon Wardlaw, some of the other Knoxville officers involved in this incident were Officer Adam Barnett, Officer Timothy DeStasio, and Transportation Officer Danny Dugan.
All right, no doubt most of you have seen this video on Lisa Edwards, the 60-year-old who was basically abused by the Knoxville Police Department and this, I don't know, if you want to call it a hospital, you can. Doesn't seem like a hospital I would want to go to or take my loved ones to. Says 60-year-old woman died after being arrested for trespassing. Knoxville, Tennessee police have released more than an hour of body camera video of the arrest of Lisa Edwards. I'm telling you guys, it's amazing to me that two people on this planet can watch the same video, or two groups of people can watch the same video, and each one come away with a completely different, oh, there's no abuse. This is absolutely disgusting. She wasn't treated horribly. My God, dogs get treated better than this. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know where the blindness is. Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. People don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to be held accountable and liable for their own evil actions. Maybe they don't want to face the fact that they are evil, because that's what this amounts to. Use whatever word, extremely bad, evil, malicious, horrible, disgusting, disturbing, whatever adjective you want to put in front of it. Says Edwards was discharged from Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center on February 5th and allegedly refused to leave the property. Hospital security called the police to remove her. Guys, you think you got problems? I know we keep saying this, but if you think you got problems, you ain't seen nothing yet until the police arrive and we see video evidence after video evidence of this exact same thing occurring. When the cops show up, your life gets worse. It gets ruined if you're alive to tell the story. Hospital security called the police to remove her. Video shows Edwards insisting she was unwell and needed medical attention. And by the way, you don't need a medical degree to look at Lisa Edwards and realize, wow, she needs medical attention. I don't know who cleared her, but maybe we need a second opinion. Why don't we take her to the hospital down the road? Obviously, this hospital is inept. Here, Lisa, get in my car. We're going to take care of you. I'm going to treat you like you're my grandmother. What's wrong with that? Can you imagine that body camera footage? It would freaking go viral. People would be like, that's how policing should be. If you're going to be a cop, be this guy. But no, not one cop on this. This is another example of not one cop on the scene is a good cop. Nobody stood up and goes, wait a second. Guys, I got a mother who's 60, or I got a grandmother who's 60. I wouldn't want you treating her like this. Why doesn't somebody put a blanket around her? This is a freezing cold day. The cops are even talking, you know, on multiple occasions during this body cam footage, they're saying, man, it's freezing out here, it's cold, oh my God, I don't want to stay out here too long. And they're not even giving her a blanket, they're not giving her a covering, they're not giving her warmth, they're letting her stay on the cold ground. One of the officers even suggested, hey, I'll tell you what, why don't we just throw a blanket over and just go about our day? At least we don't have to deal with this mess. Responding officers did not believe her. She died the next day. There are people who watch this video, who know the score, who know what's going on, and they speak the truth. And they want justice to be done, and justice should be done. The first comment that has 8.9 thousand likes is the fact that the doctor supported the false dismissal of excessive police force, which might have triggered her stroke, is beyond disgusting. Here's what they're talking about right here. Let me see if I can... Here's what the hospital said. From a review of these videos, it is evident that at no time did law enforcement interaction cause or contribute to Miss Edwards' death. If you haven't seen this video, you have got to take some time and watch this video and then circle back to what this hospital administrator or whoever wrote this said. From a review of these videos, the same video you're going to watch or maybe have already watched, it is evident that at no time did law enforcement interaction cause or contribute to Miss Edwards' death. It didn't contribute to her comfort. It didn't contribute to her life because she ended up dying. It didn't contribute to increasing her health in any way, shape, or form, but she did end up dying after she was in the custody of police. It's disgusting that her last moments were dealing with heartless people, and they're truly heartless. Truly heartless. The definition of ruthless is without mercy. There was zero mercy. There was zero compassion. There was zero tolerance. There was zero patience for Lisa Edwards. Speechless how both the hospital and the police treated her. Unbelievable. It is. But it's only unbelievable if you're a normal human being. If you have a beating heart in your chest and you have a modicum of compassion. There are some people who are nurses who actually weigh in the comment section here. Here's one right here. As a retired nurse, this is heartbreaking to me. My prayers for her family. The fact she was telling them she is having a stroke. Instead, they treated her like an animal. Seeing this makes me rage. And as someone who is a nurse in training and has worked with older people, I can tell you the stroke was definitely triggered by the stress of the arrest. And how could it not be? How could that not have been the contributing factor, which is the exact opposite of what this hospital administration said? No matter if someone is faking an illness condition or not, it should always be taken seriously and taken to a medical professional. There is no excuse here. They would be fired, sued, and sent to jail for murder in my country. Okay, so they're from out of the country. And it's true. They should be fired. They should be jailed. They should be prosecuted to the full extent of, whatever law in the injustice system there could be. But everybody who had a hand in this death, this should have national outrage. And guess what? She's not even black. Oh, so maybe it's not a racist problem we have within the policing community. Maybe it's an authoritarian problem. Maybe it's totalitarianism that has infected the brains of all these psychopaths who think they can do this on camera and get away with it, and do get away with it. The worst thing they got was paid administrative leave. Oh, we're undergoing investigation. We can't speak about this because internal affairs has taken up the problem. Their only punishment was paid leave? That's beyond horrific. Imagine if you were in her situation. Justice needs to be served. Frickin' men. I really hope everyone, including the hospital, is held accountable for this horrific tragedy. This is extremely heartbreaking. Have you noticed? I don't even think I've skipped a comment. And they have high volume likes. I haven't skipped a comment, and every single one of them is against the police and is against the hospital administration that oversaw the death of Lisa Edwards. That poor woman pleaded and begged for help. And guys, I get it. She obviously has made some bad choices in her life. Her purse was full of cigarettes, and she was asking for her breathing treatment and all that kind of stuff. But that's irrelevant. She needs help now. And you're the person who could render that help, and you didn't. You verbally abused her and physically abused her. The fact that he pulled her hair while she was unresponsive is repulsive. I'm not even going to show that, but that comes at the end of this short video right here. But what I would encourage you to do, if you've got the time, is to review the body cam footage of this entire event. Let's all say it together. If you don't have a medical degree, you cannot diagnose someone, even though you could look at this lady and go, God, man, if I was in that cop's position, I'd be like, hey, I'll tell you what, just hold on a second. Let me take your wheelchair and let me wheel you back in there and demand that you be seen, because obviously you're not well. Poor woman, my faith in humanity has gone down 99%. This is unbelievably disgusting, that poor woman. This is so disturbing and telling of how inhumane society has become, especially our healthcare system and the police. See, there may be a silver lining here. Hopefully, people will have their eyes open, the scales will fall off, and they will see what policy enforcers actually are, how they actually operate as a rule, not as an exception. They actually live as monsters. They operate as monsters. They act as the most unfeeling, uncaring, non-compassionate human beings that this planet has ever seen, and they get paid for it, and they get away with the injustice when they commit injustice. So maybe, just maybe, people will go, and they'll put two and two together and go, God, she wasn't even black. And they offed her. She wasn't even black, and they abused her. It's amazing. And in a hospital parking lot. There's some irony for you. The fact that one of the officers actually suggests throwing a blanket on her and leaving her there is so disgusting. Also, one police officer, that's the sergeant, got so upset that he had to deal with this poor woman who obviously is in need of medical attention on the Lord's Day, because that's what he said. He mentioned, hey, you're messing with, you're interfering with us. You're disturbing us on the Lord's Day. It's so hypocritically. I'm hoping this woman is resting in peace. There's something terribly wrong with law enforcement and, hospital staffing in this country. May she rest in peace. So what I'll do is, I'll leave the link to the body cam footage that I found in the description under this video. And maybe, I'll try to post it in the pinned comment. But like I said, when I've put links in the comment section, in the pinned comment section, they end up disappearing. So, guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for supporting this channel. Don't forget to join as a member if you can. It's only $2.99 a month. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com, and grab a hard-hitting conversation starting design you can get from the store. You can put on a shirt, hoodie, mug, hat, cell phone case, whatever you want. I will see you guys in the next video.